Waking up to another bright and sunny morning in Cape Town, we decided to head out of the city and down the coast to Boulders Beach to see the penguins. South Africa is one of the few places in the world outside of Antarctica where you can see wild penguins in their natural habitat. The ride was absolutely stunning as we passed through beautiful communities with the choppy, blue, southern Atlantic Ocean always out one side. As we entered the national park and went down the boardwalk to the water, the wind really hit us. It was just screaming off the water that day, but fortunately, that strong sun was enough to keep the chill at bay. Now, the penguins certainly didn't seem to be big fans of the wind. They were sheltering in place as best they could on the open beach by mostly lying down with their backs to the wind. That wind was blowing sand really hard against them too, so they were squinting to keep it out of their eyes. It's certainly not an easy life for them out there on that rugged coast. By the time we finished with the penguins, it was getting around lunchtime, so we backtracked to Kalk Bay, which we'd passed through earlier, seeking out some of their famous fish and chips. The first thing we saw when we got out of the car at the pier in Kalk Bay were these seals lounging about. And there were some fishermen around, and, well, they were clearing out the loiterers in their own way.
This one? You went out last night partying too much. How did that last? Look there. 1, 2, 3. Happily. Okay. You know why? Because you stay in Hanover. That's why.
Now, of course, we were there to try the fish and chips at the locally famous and renowned Kalky's. So here's our fish and chips. Oh boy. Kalky's fish and chips. The famous Kalky's. We got 3 of the same, so this is hake. This is hake and chips.
I think hake is
Local whitefish. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be good. And it was good. Really good. They've got their fish and chips down to a science there. After that, it was time to take a walk out along the pier, so we just took some time to digest and stroll along, checking out the boats, bobbing in the waves. There was a breakwater there, which is why it wasn't quite so choppy as out on the open ocean, but it was a nice place just to observe the fishing lifestyle that goes on in that area. Well, here's the coast in 1908 here in Fish Hook. We're on Kalk Bay here. And there is that exact same coast right in front of you. So we're seeing the exact same view, albeit there's a train here now. Although it's quite an old train. We spent the rest of the afternoon just exploring Kalk Bay and spent quite a bit of time just down on the beach, enjoying the waves, doing a little bit of beach combing. Met some locals as well, very nice people down there. So Kalk Bay is definitely a fantastic place to stop over if you're in the area. Grab a bite and enjoy the beach. This is pretty crazy. What you're looking at here are the stalks of kelp. So that's a big type of seaweed that grows off the coast here in South Africa. There are kelp forests in some areas. There's a lot of wildlife in the kelp forests. The seals will go there. They'll frequent them. They'll be able to hide from sharks there. So all kinds of stuff goes on in these big kelp forests. And yeah, just here on the beach, it's just crazy. These huge, huge stalks of kelp washed up here. Look at that. That is a lot of seaweed.